Chapter 3 Where One Burns Books A Nazi Education. At 14, Sophie Scholl moved from the Wohnwagen to the older Wohndeutscherwagen. Just as her sister Inge and brother Hans did, she believed that Hitler would help Germany achieve greatness, fortune, and prosperity. Deeply sensitive, Sophie was a talented artist. She loved music, and, like many teenagers, she longed for individuality and independence. Although a German motto said, "German girls wear braids," dark-haired Sophie wore her hair short. During high school, Sophie began to grow away from the National Socialistic ideas about race, religion, and duty. She was beginning to form her own political views, which she often wrote about in her diary and letters. But to Sophie's dismay, her Nazi teachers did not tolerate disagreement or discussion of other viewpoints. Though Sophie knew the correct National Socialistic answer to every question, she soon found herself unwilling to give the teachers the answers they wanted but she felt were wrong. Sophie measured herself against high standards and believed others should do the same. We all have this yardstick inside ourselves, but it just isn't sought enough. Maybe because it is the most difficult yardstick, she explained in a letter to her boyfriend, Fritz Hartnagel. 4 years older than Sophie, Fritz was a young officer in the German army. In school, Sophie felt alienated because she could not confide in a classmate or teacher. She longed to graduate and join her older brother, Hans, whom she adored, at the University of Munich, where she planned to study biology and philosophy. But for now, Sophie was stuck in high school, feeling frustrated and stifled. One day, she stopped raising her hand to be called upon. Her silence frustrated her teachers. The principal warned Sophie that she might not graduate if she didn't participate and show more enthusiasm for National Socialism. The threat worked. Worried now, Sophie buckled and studied hard to pass the Abitur, a difficult graduation test, in order to receive her diploma. Her diploma was her ticket to the university. Later, Sophie would not buckle again on her political views. In another letter to Fritz, she wrote, "I don't like to think about it, but soon there is going to be nothing left but politics, and as long as it's so confused and evil, it's cowardly to turn away from it." Sophie's frustration during high school stemmed from the Nazis' new standardized school curriculum. It was important to Adolf Hitler that all Germans shared the same outlook on the world. This was called Weltanschauung, or world view. Although a poor student himself, Hitler had definite ideas about education. For Hitler, education had one purpose: to mold children into good Nazis. As soon as the Nazis came to power, they took control of the public schools, called national schools. They threw out old textbooks and implemented new ones. They rewrote the curriculum from the top to bottom so that it only taught Nazi-approved ideas. Soon, the Nazi flag and Hitler's portrait hung in every classroom. "In the morning we stood at attention, and there was the Nazi flag," said Karl Schneeber. "We always had to start class with Heil Hitler. There was no more 'Good morning, children.'" The Nazis wanted to ensure that the teachers were politically reliable and supported the National Socialist Party and its principles. To accomplish this end, teachers were given a choice: either join the National Socialist Teachers Alliance and train the students in National Socialism, or be dismissed. The Hitler Youth enjoyed the power they had over teachers and other authority figures. Dressed in full uniform, entire Hitler Youth squads, as many as 100 boys, showed up at classroom doors to intimidate teachers who did not espouse the Nazi worldview. In Munich, they broke up Teachers' Association meetings and even smashed out the apartment windows of a Latin teacher who had given out low grades. The police were called, but the Nazi Party wouldn't allow them to arrest the Hitler Youth. All the police could do was take down their names. Never before had students felt so much power over adults and school authority. But the leader of the Hitler Youth, Baldur von Schirach, was unhappy about the unfavorable publicity, and he told the Hitler Youth to obey the law.